Welcome back to Golden Years Gardening. Today we're diving into something very special, and something that's been on my heart for a while now. Whether you've spent decades tending your garden, or are rediscovering it later in life, this one is for you. We're talking about 24 genius, senior-friendly garden tips. Ideas that make gardening not only easier on the body, but more joyful, creative, and full of heart. Because let's face it, sometimes our knees don't love us as much as they used to. Or maybe you're looking for ways to keep your hands in the soil without the strain. These hacks are all about helping you stay connected to the garden you love, with comfort, ease, and a touch of magic. From clever tools to brilliant upcycled projects, these are the kinds of ideas that will make you say, "I wish I knew that years ago." So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's step into a world where beauty meets function, creativity meets simplicity, and every tip is designed with you in mind. And if you find a favorite, take note. Maybe even try one this weekend. I'd love to hear how it goes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another moment of garden inspiration. All right, let's get started. 1. Raised garden beds, made from recycled wine crates, no bending required. Imagine walking through your garden and seeing little wooden crates stacked neatly along the path, each one filled with fresh herbs, vibrant flowers, or juicy cherry tomatoes. These aren't just any crates. They're old wine crates, rescued from being tossed aside and given a second life as charming raised beds. The best part? They sit high off the ground, so you can tend to your plants without bending or kneeling. Stack them 2 or 3 high depending on your height. Line them with landscape fabric to protect the wood, and place them right where the sun hits just right. Add casters to the bottom and suddenly, your garden becomes mobile. Follow the light, move it closer to the porch, or bring it inside when the weather turns. This hack isn't just practical, it's poetic. It reminds us that things with history can still grow something beautiful. 2. Ergonomic gardening tools that feel like an extension of your hands. Gardening should feel good, not leave you sore the next day. That's why investing in ergonomic tools is one of the smartest choices any senior gardener can make. These tools are built with soft, cushioned grips that reduce pressure on your hands and wrists. Some have curved handles that help you work at a better angle. Others have lightweight shafts that won't tire you out after a few minutes. And some even extend, perfect for planting or pruning without stooping low. Pair them with a padded kneeler or a sturdy garden stool, and suddenly, your time outside becomes less of a chore and more of a joy. It's amazing how a small change can make such a big difference, especially when it means more time in the garden doing what you love. 3. Vertical gardening with repurposed ladders and shelves. If you've got an old wooden ladder leaning forgotten in the garage, don't toss it. Lean it against a sunny wall or fence, and fill each rung with pots of blooming flowers, trailing vines, or fragrant herbs. It's a space-saving idea that brings your garden up to eye level, perfect for those who prefer not to bend too far. You can also repurpose old shelves or bookcases into tiered plant stands. Stack them with containers of different sizes and textures to create a layered, whimsical effect. Vertical gardening is more than efficient, it's enchanting. It transforms empty walls into living art and makes every inch of your garden feel alive. 4. Self-watering planters and drip systems for low-maintenance gardens. Water is the lifeblood of any garden, but hauling buckets and dragging hoses can be tough on the back and shoulders. Enter self-watering planters and drip irrigation systems. Game changers for anyone who wants a thriving garden without the daily grind. Self-watering containers have a reservoir at the bottom that keeps roots hydrated for days. No more guessing if your plants are thirsty. Just fill the reservoir once and let the soil do the rest. Drip systems, meanwhile, deliver water directly to the base of each plant, slowly, efficiently, and without waste. Set them on a timer, and your garden stays happy, even when you're away. Once you set one up, you'll wonder how you ever garden without it. 5. Pollinator-friendly zones to bring wildlife and wonder into your garden. One of the greatest joys of gardening is the company you keep. The fluttering wings, the hum of bees, the chatter of birds. Creating a pollinator-friendly zone in your garden is not only beneficial for nature, it's deeply rewarding. Plant native flowers, like coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, lavender, and milkweed. Add a shallow bird bath and a few flat stones for butterflies to rest on. Soon, your garden becomes a haven. For wildlife, yes, but also for peace and connection. For many seniors, Gardening is more than a hobby. It's a source of calm, purpose, and joy. And there's nothing quite like sitting quietly with a cup of tea, surrounded by nature's gentle symphony. 6 outdoor seating areas designed for comfort and connection. Your garden should be a place to relax, not just work. That's why creating a comfortable outdoor seating area is essential for senior gardeners. Choose chairs with firm backs and armrests for support. Cushions made from UV-resistant fabric keep things cozy without fading in the sun. Add a small side table made from a recycled tire or wooden crate, perfect for holding a mug of tea, a pair of gloves, or a basket of freshly picked veggies. Surround the space with fragrant plants like jasmine, mint, or lemon verbena. Their scent will linger in the air, adding another layer of relaxation. This is your sanctuary, a place to read, chat, sip coffee, or simply watch the clouds drift by. Because gardening isn't just about what you grow, it's about how you feel while you're doing it. 7. Container gardening with style and simplicity. Not everyone has the luxury of a big backyard, and that's okay. Container gardening is one of the most flexible, forgiving, and fun ways to grow, especially for seniors. Use large pots, half barrels, or even old wheelbarrows to create portable gardens that can move with the seasons. Containers allow you to control soil quality, avoid weeds, and bring your garden closer to where you spend time, whether it's a balcony, patio, or windowsill. Plus, they offer endless opportunities for creativity. Mix colors, textures, and heights for a personalized display that reflects your style. Try combining flowering plants with edible herbs and veggies. Not only does it look beautiful, it's practical too. Container gardening proves that you don't need acres of land to make magic grow. 8. Use old furniture as functional garden decor. That broken chair you've been meaning to throw out, the old dresser collecting dust in the garage, don't toss them, transform them. An old chair missing its seat can become a planter for trailing flowers. A worn-out dresser drawer can hold seedlings or small pots. Even a chipped teapot can serve as a whimsical bird feeder or tiny fountain. These pieces carry history, character, and charm, and when repurposed thoughtfully, they become more than decor. They become conversation starters. It's a gentle reminder that age doesn't mean the end of usefulness. It just means a new chapter. 9. Create a garden tool caddy from an old bucket or cart. How many times have you gone outside to the garden and realized you forgot a key tool halfway through? Keep everything you need close at hand with a simple garden caddy, made from an old bucket, laundry cart, or even a vintage suitcase. Line it with pockets or small containers for seeds, gloves, shears, pruners, and snippers. Roll it right to your garden bed and keep everything within reach. It's a small change that saves time, energy, and frustration, and makes your time in the garden flow more smoothly. 10. Use trellises and arbors to support climbing plants. Adding a trellis or arbor to your garden isn't just about looks. It's about making the most of vertical space. Climbing plants like beans, cucumbers, and peas thrive on a well-placed trellis. It keeps them off the ground, improves airflow, and makes harvesting easier. And for seniors, it means less bending and more picking at waist height. Arbors can also double as garden gateways or shaded retreats. Imagine walking under one covered in wisteria or roses, feeling the cool shade and breathing in the sweet scent. It's structure, beauty, and function all in one. 11. Grow easy to care for herbs in sunlit spots. Fresh herbs are one of the simplest joys of gardening, and they don't require much space or effort. Set up a small herb garden in a sunny window, on a porch railing, or near your kitchen door. Rosemary, thyme, oregano, and mint are all hardy, easy to maintain, and incredibly useful in the kitchen. They're also aromatic and lovely to look at, a feast for the senses and the soul. Even if you only have room for a few pots, you can enjoy the satisfaction of growing your own flavor. 12. Build a cozy fire pit area right in your garden. Gardening isn't just about planting, it's about enjoying the space you've created. A fire pit tucked into a corner of your garden gives you a place to gather, reflect, and enjoy the evening under the stars. Use old bricks, stones, or reclaimed wood to build the base. Add a few comfortable chairs with armrests for easy sitting and standing. Surround the space with night-blooming flowers and soft lighting. This isn't just a place to roast marshmallows. It's a place to slow down, connect, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. After all, a garden is meant to be lived in, not just looked at. 13. Convert an old suitcase into a portable garden cart, that vintage suitcase you've kept for sentimental reasons. It's more than just a memory. It can become a charming, mobile garden cart. Simply clean it out, line the bottom with plastic or landscape fabric, and fill it with small pots, seedlings, tools, gloves, and even a small watering can. The wheels, if it has them, make it easy to roll from one part of the garden to another, bringing everything you need right to your fingertips. Add a soft cushion on top, and it doubles as a portable seat too, perfect for resting between tasks without losing momentum. This is more than a tool cart. It's a rolling piece of nostalgia that helps you garden with grace and ease. 14. Use wall-mounted planters to bring greenery closer for seniors with limited mobility or space. Wall-mounted planters offer a brilliant way to enjoy fresh herbs, flowers, and even small vegetables at arm's length. Install sturdy shelves or hanging baskets along a sunny wall or fence. You can use repurposed wooden crates, wire baskets, or even old kitchen colanders painted in line for planting. This brings the garden up to where you can easily reach. No bending required. Plus, it adds vertical beauty to any outdoor wall or balcony railing. Imagine reaching out your window to snip fresh rosemary or basil for dinner. Convenience meets charm. 15. Create a garden tool caddy from an old laundry basket. How many times have you walked outside to garden, only to realize halfway through that you forgot something? A garden caddy made from an old laundry basket solves this problem beautifully. Line the basket with pockets or small containers for gloves, shears, pruners, seed packets, and trowels. Attach handles if needed, or set it on a small wagon or dolly so you can wheel it around the yard with ease. It's a simple, organized solution that keeps everything within reach and saves time, energy, and frustration. And best of all, it's made from what you already have. 16. Try no-dig gardening. With layered compost beds, digging can be hard on the back and knees, which is why no-dig gardening is a true gift for senior gardeners. Instead of turning the soil, simply layer compost, straw, leaves, grass clippings, and manure directly on top of the ground. Over time, these layers break down naturally, creating rich, fertile soil that's easy to work with. Plant directly into the layers, or build a raised frame around the bed to contain it. No-dig gardening is gentle on the body, reduces weeds, and builds healthier soil over time. It's nature doing most of the work for you. And that's smart gardening. 17. Grow your own cut flower garden in raised containers. There's something deeply satisfying about cutting a fresh bouquet from your own garden, especially when it doesn't require much effort. Create a small cut flower garden using large pots, half barrels, or even an old wheelbarrow. Choose easy-to-grow, long-lasting blooms like zinnias, cosmos, dahlias, and sunflowers. Place the containers near your porch or patio where they're easy to access and care for. With a little water and sunshine, you'll have beautiful bouquets to enjoy indoors. And the act of harvesting them becomes a joyful ritual instead of a chore. Plus, fresh flowers are known to lift spirits, making this tip as therapeutic as it is beautiful. 18. Repurpose old furniture into functional garden seating. An old rocking chair, bench, or even a worn-out dresser drawer can be transformed into cozy garden seating. Add weatherproof cushions, paint the wood with protective sealant, and place it under a tree, beside a flower bed, or on your porch. This creates a peaceful spot to sit, read, sip tea, or simply watch the birds and butterflies dance through your garden. The key is comfort, firm backs, armrests, and smooth surfaces that make sitting and standing easier. Your garden should be a place of rest as much as growth, and this tip makes sure it is. 19. Grow vegetables vertically on a trellis or fence. Why bend down to harvest tomatoes or beans when you can grow them at waist height? Set up a trellis system or use an existing fence to train climbing plants like peas, cucumbers, pole beans, and even compact tomato varieties. This keeps plants off the ground, improves air circulation, and makes harvesting a breeze. No kneeling required. You can even add hooks or clips to hold lightweight baskets for collecting your harvest as you go. Vertical gardening is a game changer for seniors who want to grow food without the strain. 20. Invite nature in with bird feeders made from recycled materials. Watching birds flit through your garden is one of life's simplest joys, and setting up a bird feeder can be done with everyday items you already have. Use old teacups, mason jars, pine cones, or even an empty gourd to create charming feeders that attract colorful visitors. Hang them from branches, shepherd hooks, or porch railings where you can enjoy the view from your favorite seat. Not only do they bring movement and music to your garden, they also remind us how easy it is to support wildlife with just a little creativity. 21. Try square foot gardening for maximum yield in minimal space. Square foot gardening is a genius method for growing a lot in a small space, and it's perfect for seniors. Start with a 4x4 foot raised bed divided into 1-foot squares. Each square can hold a different plant: lettuce, carrots, radishes, herbs, strawberries, etc. Because it's raised, there's no bending or kneeling. And because each section is clearly defined, it's easy to manage and organize. It's efficient, tidy, and incredibly productive. And once you get started, you'll wonder why you didn't try it sooner. 22. Build a miniature fairy garden in a raised planter or old bathtub. Sometimes, gardening isn't just about growing food or flowers. It's about imagination and play. Create a whimsical fairy garden in a raised planter, wooden crate, or even an old clawfoot bathtub. Use moss, tiny plants, miniature accessories, and small figurines to build a magical world right in your backyard. It's a delightful project that sparks joy and encourages creativity, especially fun for those who love storytelling or crafting. Plus, working with small-scale plants means less heavy lifting and more hands-on detail work. Perfect for those who prefer gentle, mindful gardening. 23. Install solar lights along garden paths for safety and beauty. Safety is important, especially when enjoying your garden after sunset. Solar lights are a fantastic solution. They're easy to install, require no wiring, and charge automatically during the day. Line them along garden paths, steps, or near seating areas to provide gentle illumination and prevent trips or falls. Choose vintage-style lanterns or whimsical designs to match your garden's personality. They not only light your way, they also add a touch of magic to your evening garden strolls. 24. Design a tea and garden nook with herbs and comfortable seating. What could be better than sipping a warm cup of herbal tea while surrounded by the plants you grew yourself? Designate a small corner of your garden as a tea and garden nook. Include easy-to-grow herbs like mint, lemon balm, chamomile, and lavender. Pair them with a cozy chair, a side table, and maybe even a small umbrella for shade. This becomes your personal retreat, a place to unwind, reflect, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's not just a garden, it's a lifestyle. And we are through. Thanks so much for being here today. I hope these garden tips sparked something special in your heart, maybe even inspired you to try something new, revisit an old idea, or look at that forgotten corner of your yard with fresh eyes. Gardening isn't just about growing plants, it's about growing joy, connection, and peace. And no matter your age or experience, there's always a way to keep your hands in the soil, your spirit in the sunshine, and your heart rooted in the simple beauty of nature. Each of these ideas was created with care, especially for seniors who want a garden with comfort, creativity, and a little magic mixed in. Whether you try one tip or all of them, I'd love to hear how they bring life and light to your space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another moment of cozy inspiration. And if you give any of these hacks a try, tag me, send me a photo, or share your story. I'd be honored to see where your garden journey takes you. Until next time, keep growing, keep dreaming, and keep making your little corner of the world bloom. Happy planting.